know. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. I think we need theme music. I know I've said it.
I know. I just really struggle with what genre to do.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think
like, do
you're
we
right.
need upbeat? Do we need relaxing?
I'm thinking dun 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 dun. What is that? Is that the Jeffersons?
Couldn't
I don't
tell
know.
you. I really enjoyed that though.
Thank you.
That was a wonderful Friday morning
Thanks. I've had a lot of caffeine.
intro. We'll take that bite and put it at the beginning of every
That'd be
Coffee
good.
with MC.
Perfect.
That was
That'd be
ideal.
really good.
Awesome.
That's good.
Well, MC, good morning. And I'm really excited for today's chat with you. It's just us two today. We love having folks on, but sometimes it's fun to kind of go back and forth and chat about things happening in our life. So I'd love for you to explain kind of what we're talking about today and why we're talking about it.
Yeah. So basically today we are talking about the Enneagram. And so probably a lot of you are familiar with the Enneagram. If you're not, it's kind of this tool that people use, and the history of it is a little bit confusing to me, Meg. I've tried to research that, but it seems like there's kind of, it's kind of a contested history about where it began, but it's something that's been used for a long, long time. It's been used by all different types of people and in all different contexts. And basically what it is it's a little assessment that you can take. I've taken several different ones and they've been different, the actual assessments, but you take an assessment and it assigns you to one of 9 personality types. And then you've got, you might be the highest on one of the 9, but then you might have a second one that you're right behind, which is what happened with me. Did that happen with you, Meg?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So you might be high on several of them, but here's the thing. Basically, it's all about self-awareness and self-discovery. And so there's all this cool research and all these cool things you can learn about your personality type or types and what it says about you. One of my favorite things that you can learn about is what your personality type is like when you're at your best and what it's like maybe when you're under stress, which really can reveal, I think, some potential blind spots. I don't know. And some of it I've found is just not accurate, but darn, a lot of it is really accurate. So we all just took the Enneagram. We had our team retreat and we took the Enneagram. Each of us took it separately, and then we got together and we had kind of a Zoom meeting where we talked about everyone's results. And Meg actually handled that and she did a wonderful job. So we thought, why wouldn't we bring this to you guys? And we're also going to share the link to take the Enneagram. And I mean, Meg, how long? It took 10 minutes?
Yeah. I timed myself just to give everyone
click through
context.
and answer some questions. Yeah. And it tells you what type you are. I'm going to make Chip take it. He says I've made him take it before, but I don't remember that. So we're going to take it again. I know my type has changed over the last several years. What I used to be is now my secondary one. Anyway, we're excited to kind of dive into this. It's so much fun.
It really is.
To kind of have the people around you take it and kind of compare personality types and read about it. And even just when you think, well, this isn't me, then you're like, oh, that's absolutely me.
I know. Well, Mary Cheatham, if it's okay with you, I wonder if we should go over briefly the 9 types, what their names are, things like that. Yeah. We can tell people what you and I are, because I think our relationship is pretty interesting with our Enneagram types. And then we can kind of go a little bit deeper. And then we have a fun thing at the end about celebrities and what their Enneagrams are. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, we're going to do this Friday and next Friday, because that way, if some of you have not taken the Enneagram yet, you can take it next Friday and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited.
Yay. Okay. Do you want me to go through these types and then, or should we? Okay, great.
I do.
All right. Type 1, again, there are 9 of these types. And this is type 1. It's the perfectionist. Ones place a lot of emphasis on following the rules and doing things correctly. That's type 1. Type 2, they're the giver. 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be helpful to others so that they can be loved and belong. Type 3 is the achiever. 3s want to be successful and admired by other people, and they are very conscious of their image and kind of what they output. Type 4, the individualist. 4s want to be unique and to live life authentically and are highly attuned to the emotional experience. Type 5 is the investigator. 5 seek understanding and knowledge and are more comfortable with data than they are people. I always thought that was really funny to read. More comfortable with data than people. I wish I was like that. Type 6, the skeptic. 6s love security, seek safety, and like to be prepared at all times. Type 7 is the enthusiast. They want to have as much fun and adventure as possible and are easily bored. Type 8 is the challenger. 8s see themselves as strong and powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in. And then finally, we have a 9, which is the peacemaker. 9s like to keep a low profile and are looked to for calmness in stressful situations.
Yeah.
So those are the 9 types. I always think it's really fun to go through those briefly like we just did and then try and like place the people in your life. You're like, oh, my mom's definitely this. My boyfriend's definitely this. But MC, what are your top 2 types? Do you remember your top 2?
Yeah. So I think I do. I think I do, Meg. I remember my top 3. So the last time I took it, I was the enthusiast, which I love. I'm looking on it. There's another there, they call the 9 types different names depending on where you're looking. So I love that type 7 is also the epicure. So I love that. Like, like a food and wine and all kind of the pleasures of life, that sort of thing. So that was me last time. And this time I am type 3, which is the achiever, which is also on this other one I'm looking at called the performer. So, and then Meg, I think I was also the challenger.
Yep. You were an 8.
Okay. An 8, which is also called the protector.
Yeah.
So those were kind of my top 3. They all seem mighty aggressive.
I thought yours nailed it. When we went into detail, I don't see those as aggressive. I just see them as a leader, someone who leads a team. I thought that was really neat.
Well, it's so interesting. And the makeup of everybody put together was what was like mind blowing. Yeah. Okay. So what were your top 3?
So funny enough, you and I are flip-flopped. So I'm a 7. That's my 1, the enthusiast. And then I'm a 3, the achiever. And then I'm a 9, a peacemaker, which I think is, there we go. I hate conflict.
That's right. It's so good. That's like Liz and I, who both work on the listing side of our business, both had the same top 2.
Yep.
And actually, I think we had the same top 3. I think that she was also
a 7 and 3 like me. Yeah.
Yes. And then Stephanie, who's also working on the listing side, was a helper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that third one is kind of like the shadow, like the kind of the undercurrent of things. I don't know. I think that's so interesting.
It's really neat. It's really neat. I loved being able to kind of personify each type with our team members. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good. So should we run through kind of the more detailed description of each of the 9?
Sure. I think that's a great idea. Just so if people A, have already taken it, or B, think that there is a certain type, we can run through kind of these extra details about each type just to see if people feel like they're on the right track. And then we can wrap up with celebrities. Okay.
So we're going to do the celebrities today?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1, which is the perfectionist.
Yes.
Right. And this obviously, I mean, we had several perfectionists on our team, which makes me very happy because I am not one. And so perfectionist, it says that you want to be seen as a good person. Honesty is very important. You feel like a lot of responsibility falls on you and it's your duty to follow the rules. You think there's a right way of doing things and you could always be better.
Yeah. I think that's just thinking about the people on our team. I really do think that completely aligns with their personalities. And thank goodness we have them on our team.
I know. I mean, I wish just one of my kids were this. I mean, come on, anybody. Okay.
That's a hoot. Well, the second one is the supportive giver. And we had a couple of these on our team as well. And I love this one. They make your heart warm. But relationships mean a lot to these type 2s, the supportive givers, and they're good at making friends. They feel like they can tell others, or they can tell how others are feeling. They're very kind of aware of their surroundings, and they feel a sense of purpose in guiding and helping others, and they enjoy being needed. I thought that was sweet.
So good. Meg, while we're going through these right now, we should go ahead and tell who the famous people are.
Ooh, so yeah, good idea.
It's confusing if you're not looking at it.
You're right.
So number 1s are the perfectionists that we just talked about. And the famous number 1s are Martha Stewart, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Tina Fey. I kind of love that one. Tina Fey.
Same.
Brene Brown.
Jealous.
And Meryl Streep.
Extremely jealous of type 1s.
Type 1s. Okay, Meg, tell us who the type 2s are, the supportive givers.
This is also who I'm jealous of. Like, I wish I was a 2 to be like these celebrities, but Dolly Parton, Mother Teresa, Celine Dion, and everyone's favorite fictional character, Pam from The Office.
So good. I love that Pam has a fictional Enneagram.
Me too.
Type.
Me too.
Okay, it's so good. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so the driven achiever. Okay,
Right.
so this is me. You value efficiency.
Mhm.
You can adjust who you need to be. You're afraid of failure. You tend to be a people person. You have a drive to succeed and always have a running to-do list, although sometimes you have workaholic tendencies, and being respected is important to you.
It's really good.
So the famous number threes are my Lady Oprah, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Meghan Markle, and Reese Witherspoon.
Dang girl, you and Reese are besties.
We totally are.
Yeah.
We totally are.
It's clear now. Very clear.
It is.
All right. So type 4, the individualist, we actually had 0 type 4s on our team. We had some secondary folks with secondary type 4s, but the type 4, you value aesthetics and you're good at making things meaningful. You have an ability to be tuned into your emotions. You're afraid of not knowing who you are, but authenticity is very important to you. And you are known for being empathetic and caring.
That's really good.
And then the famous peeps who are number 4 or type 4, Jackie Kennedy, Prince, Stevie Nicks, and Bob Dylan. So we've got some very creative musicians up in there. I have a feeling these individualists are
artistic. They're also called the romantic, is another name for type 4 is the romantic.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so the investigative thinker is number 5.
Okay.
And so you value knowledge and are good at viewing things objectively. You're afraid of your energy being depleted. You tend to observe others. You're private and independence is important. You're afraid of being inadequate, and you are dependable and loyal. So this person, this number 5, who's also called the observer, was the one where you value data. Data is more comfortable to you than people. Yeah. So the famous number 5s are Albert Einstein, Bill Gates, Agatha Christie, and Jane Austen.
I mean, genius.
Good ones. Really good ones.
There's some good novels up in there.
All right, number 6 tickles me, Meg. You do this one, but I love it. It's called the loyal friend.
Yeah.
But it's also called the skeptic. So that's what I'm saying about this. Like, you kind of got to dive into a little bit, because at first you think, well, I don't want to be the skeptic.
Yeah.
But it's also the loyal friend. So
it's funny. It has a negative connotation to it when you hear skeptic, but then you realize once we go into the details that it's a really good thing. So type 6, the loyal friend, AKA the skeptic, you value being a team player. You're good at troubleshooting problems, but are afraid of trusting the wrong thing. You are devoted to causes you care about. Making decisions might be hard for you, and you are known for being caring, loyal, and supportive. It's a good one. That's a loyal friend right there. Some famous number 6s are Marilyn Monroe, Jennifer Aniston, Ellen DeGeneres, Tom Hanks, and everyone's second favorite fictional character, Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Oh my gosh.
Why do I keep getting The Office?
This is so good. Okay. Number 7 is the optimistic enthusiast. This is Meg, people.
Me.
You value spontaneity and freedom. You're good at telling stories. You're afraid of feeling empty or sad, and are frustrated by negative people.
Mm-hmm.
You're typically always on the move and tend to have a difficult time staying focused. That's not true. You're a resilient person. Number 7s, we got Miley Cyrus, JFK, and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, those were interesting to me. I do I definitely feel like I relate to all the 7s, not the celebrities necessarily, but the the explanation of it. Okay, so 2 more. So number 8, this is one of my favorite ones, just because I love how it's explained. This one is the challenger. And again, that one can kind of have a negative connotation as well, just like the skeptic might. But this one, actually, a secondary name for it is the protector. So we'll call this one the protective challenger. They value honesty above all, and they're good at getting things done. They tend to be intense and passionate, and they're afraid of being vulnerable. They're known for making smart, quick decisions, and they're very protective of others. Everyone needs someone like that in their life, for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Number 8s who are famous: MLK Jr., Serena Williams, Ernest Hemingway, Queen Latifah, and Chelsea Handler. Don't know why we threw that one in there, but
it's good. Those are really good. Okay. And then the final one, guys, is number 9. It's called the gentle peacemaker, or also the mediator is another name for a number 9. And number 9 is values peaceful environments and cozy spaces. I love that one. You're good at seeing all sides. You tend to go with the flow. You don't like conflict situations. You're sensitive and empathetic, and you're known for making others feel valued. I feel that this is Walter.
Oh, yes.
Don't you think?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Famous number 9s are Marie Kondo, Ariana Grande, Morgan Freeman, and Gloria Steinem. So those are famous number 9s.
That's so fun. I mean, I'm not kidding. Now I only think of like our team members as not as numbers, of course, but I just think, I feel like we understand each other more after knowing this side of people.
I do too. So we've done the strengths finder before, which was really fun. And it's your top 5 strengths, which is great, but somehow a number, and then you can group people together and you're like, okay, that makes perfect sense. And you can see where they fall in different places on the spectrum. They're not the same personalities by any stretch, but it just kind of helps to understand things. So I'm excited. And so next week, what we'll do is we'll talk about how each one of these numbers behaves when they're at their best and behaves when maybe they're feeling a little bit depleted or low or stressed out, right? And then we can also talk about maybe the things that we're appreciative of from each one of those.
I'm excited. Numbers. I think it's really sweet.
Yeah. So guys, if you've not taken the Enneagram, you got to take it. It will take 10 minutes. Take it. And then please come back and join us next Friday, because we're going to break it down and really talk about a little bit more information about each one. And there's so much knowledge. Meg and I both listened to the Jen Hatmaker podcast, For the Love. And although I've really fallen off the wagon on that, I got to get back on.
Oh, it's cute. It's very,
yeah, she's always good, but she does a whole Enneagram series. And it's so interesting because I listened to the Enneagram series about the type 7. So now I got to go back and listen to the type 3. Now that I've amended my type. So yeah, I'm excited.
Good.
So I'm excited. This is gonna be really good.
Yeah. So we'll post the link in the comments below, like you said at the beginning, and just take it over the next week if you haven't before, and you will. I promise, it's a really cool thing to know about yourself
and easy.
So,
yeah. Well, good. Well, Meg, while we're hopping off, what is saving your life this week?
Well, you got me onto this. At our team retreat, it's a water bottle. Mary Cheatham, you did this to me. I can't stop drinking water because of this water bottle. Oh, look at, yes. Okay. It's from Amazon, and it's an iron flask. And I saw Mary Cheatham had one, so I had to get one too. I mean,
it's so great. It's the straw.
Amazing. It's the straw. Yeah. The straw is key. So, I just feel hydrated and good, and it's all because of the water bottle. So thank you for that recommendation.
I think that's good. And I think I'm going to go right along with that. I've gotten really into, I feel like I'm drinking too much coffee. So I've gotten really into just an herbal tea, because there's something about, I want to hold a hot cup of something in my hand. So, I get up early, so I'll have a cup of coffee, sometimes 2, but then it's time to call it, so like this time of the morning, I should have been done with coffee for a while, but I want something else. So just having some decaf herbal tea is really good. If anybody has any really good recommendations, and I'm drinking one from Trader Joe's right now, ginger turmeric.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
This is a good nighttime one too, like after dinner. But but anyway, if anybody has any really good recommendations for a tea that you love, I'd love to know. Thank you.
Yum. Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
everybody have a great weekend. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Yeah. Hope everyone has a great Easter weekend, and we will see you guys next Friday.
Sounds perfect. Bye, Meg.
Bye.